Hi friends, how's it going? It's me, Betty Jean. We're in black and white because we're doing a palette bingo and I am so excited. I am combining the three spooky Halloween palettes that Nomad has released over the years and doing a palette bingo with them. It ended up turning out so fun, so cool, more unexpected, and it's just, I love it. It's like exactly what I needed this look to be. But we're gonna get into it. We're gonna have a lot of fun randomly generating shades, creating this look. It's gonna be a blast. As far as my accessory details go, this is just an old basic choker, and these earrings are from Spooky Doodle Club. I know it's black and white now, but you will see them soon once we switch back to color. Anyway, without further ado, let's hop in and do a palette bingo with my Nomad palettes. Oh, I'm so excited to get into this bingo. Let's go over the three spooky Nomad palettes. First, we have the Haunted Europe. This one came out a few years ago, and it's still one of my favorites. Actually, it is my top favorite from this brand. It's just so pretty. Actually, if you saw my recent Nomad ranking, you'll know that I ranked all three of these very highly in that, so you can check that out if you're interested. But yeah, this is the Haunted Europe. So beautiful. And then I want to say 2 years ago came the Ghost Town USA. So pretty. I love these muted tones. It's just gorgeous. And then this year's spooky launch is the Witch City Salem palette. I just love such perfect in-your-face Halloween. It's so pretty, and I'm really excited to see how all of these play together. So since we have three palettes, I'm going to randomly generate 2 shades from each palette, making it 6 total. And I'm gonna create a look out of them. So I'm gonna pull up a random number generator on Google, and I'm gonna set it 1 to 18 because there's 18 shades in each palette. And we're just gonna go in that same order, the same order that everything released. We are gonna figure out what our first shades are. So for the Haunted Europe, we got shades 8 and 15. So it looks like 8 is Frankenstein and 15 is Merry Cemetery. We're already off to a great start with classic Halloween here. I'm so ready. I'm so excited. Next for Ghost Town USA, we got number 13 and number 2. So 13, we got Garnet, Montana. I actually just visited there back in July. And then number 2, we got Undead Sheriff. So we got a little bit more of a dusty mauve-y sort of vibe going on. A little bit of a grayish tone in there. I feel like so far this all still looks very complimentary in my opinion. And last for the Witch City Salem palette, we got shades 1 and 11. So we got Witching Hour and we got Gallows Hill. Again, classic in-your-face Halloween. I actually think this is so cohesive. This is awesome. This is perfect. We only have 2 mattes, but that's okay. I can make that work. Lots of pretty shimmers. We're gonna have a very just like sparkly Halloween explosion going on. Don't know exactly what route I want to take yet, so I'm just gonna mull that over, gather my brushes, and then we'll get into the look. Okay, I think I've settled on what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna do a very blown out orange into that grayish tone, and I really want that grayish tone to pop. I don't want it to just be a lost in the look sort of thing. I really want a good gradient going on. And then I'm gonna be slathering lots of different shimmer. I'm thinking a green inner corner pop could be cool because I really want to concentrate a lot of those like orangey and mauve shimmers on the lid. Probably a pop of purple on the lower lash line. But there really are so many directions you could go with these shades. I'm gonna start by priming with my Sigma eyeshadow primer and Ignite. Just gonna smear this on and blend it out. Are you so excited that it's September? Are you so excited that it's in the Burr months? I'm thrilled. I'm absolutely thrilled. It's actually still technically August as I'm filming this video, but mentally it's Halloween. I'm ready, I'm here. All right, let's take this kind of grayish shade, Undead Sheriff from the Ghost Town palette. I'm gonna use this AB2 brush from the Sigma and Angela Bright collab. I actually do like this shade. I'm not a fan of beige, as we all know, but I don't mind a grayish tone because I feel like it just has such a nice like level of depth to it. I like this bit of mauviness that's kind of peeking through. It's a good shadowy kind of shade. Like it creates very much a natural shadowed sort of look, at least on my skin tone. Yeah, I'm just kind of heavily running this from inner to outer corner. I really want to load this up, dragging it out toward my tail. I'm also going to pop some of this on that lower lash, just in the outer corner, and kind of carry that down a little bit just for some extra smokiness. Actually, I also want to carry it kind of down here, like almost in my eye bag zone, just to create a little bit of a more grungy effect. I actually used to pop a matte in this section all the time. I used to think it was so pretty, and I still like it, I guess. I just haven't done it in a while. Sometimes you just revisit old things. You don't even realize you'd stop doing it. All right, so next I'm gonna take that Frankenstein shade from the Haunted Europe palette. I'm gonna use this Sigma E25 brush. And I just want to heavily stamp this. Honestly, I'm going to do the inner and the outer corner. I thought I was going to do just the outer. Pop a little bit down here as well. But yeah, kind of like the outer half of that lid. I'll use that first fluffy brush to kind of blend out. I'm actually really liking the combo of this with that greigey tone. It's making it very just dark and grungified. But I want to take a little bit more and just add like a little splash of it kind of right here in that inner corner crease. Nothing too crazy. I'm even going to wipe this brush off so it doesn't get too intense. But just like a little splash of it I think could be cute. Like almost a halo, but a very unstructured, just like splash of color sort of moments. I think that's gonna be nice because I wanna have a little bit of that light orange shimmer toward the front. So I think that's gonna complement really well. I think this is already just looking so interesting. I'm liking these different mattes. I like how they're forming together. I'm excited to see where this look continues to go. Taking my NYX Glitter Primer now to prep for some shimmer. I'm just gonna use this Alter Ego number 8 brush, just taking a little bit, and I'm just gonna dab a light layer across both of my lids, just so that everything can pop nicely, everything will stay put, the shimmers will be to their fullest potential. So I think I wanna start with that Garnet Montana shade, and I kinda wanna place that almost like just in this outer diagonal of my lid. So I don't want this to take over. I really wanted this to just be an accent to everything else, add a little bit more depth and grunginess. Kind of like that. I kind of want it to just sort of fade and mesh in with that orange. Which, speaking of orange, I'm going to grab more and just kind of really merge that in with that shimmer. Create a really good just sort of transition between the two. All right, so I want to take the Witching Hour shade now, that light orange shimmer from the Witch City Salem palette. I'm just gonna use my finger and I just want to press this across the rest of the lid and just kind of fade that into everything else that I've done. Again, trying to keep that orange still present, also even that greigey shade still present. But I wanted kind of just like a more muted, orangey sort of thing going on with this. Add a little bit more of that garnet shade just to make that even more present and really mesh in with that lighter pale shimmer. And really I'm trying to just have kind of a makeup playtime right now. I'm trying to use these shadows in different ways than my first instinct was. Because you know, my first instinct was to just like smoke out the orange on the lower lash line and then maybe turn all the shimmers into a big wing. But I feel like that's an easy default for me. I wanted to try to use these a little bit different today. Re-intensify that orange. So far, I'm really liking this. I think it's a little bit different. And I think once I add these other pops of color, it's gonna be really cool. I'm like, the more I add to this, the more I like it. Like the more I intensify the orange and then blend it out and then just re-blend the shimmers. It's really coming together so nice. I feel like I'm gonna look like the little ghoul that lives in the Halloween haunted cemetery. Okay, taking Gallows Hill, I want that on the lower lash line, a little purple pop down there. It's definitely gonna kind of change the direction of this look, but that's fine with me. This is a little brush from Clionadh in collaboration with Bad to the Brow. And I'm just really packing and scooting. I really wanted this to be a fairly intense little sparkly pop of purple down here. And I'm just kind of dragging this really almost all the way across even. I wanted to just kind of fade into what I was doing in that outer part of that lower lash line. It's turning very Halloween-y now. It's very cute. I'm gonna take some more of that Undead Sheriff shade actually and just really go to town blending in this bottom outer third just to get some extra smokiness and some extra haziness going on. Kind of grungify that purple a little bit more. In the spirit of continuing to layer shadows in this look, I'm also gonna take a little bit more orange and just pop it down here as well, just to kind of keep it up. I'm really liking the fusion of that graisiness with the orange. There's just something about it that's looking really cool. I just think this is coming together so nicely, but it's time for the inner corner now. Merry Cemetery. I was just thinking that green could be a really fun pop. It would have been really easy to do that pale, like soft orangey shade in the inner corner, but that just seemed too easy. I figured the green in the inner corner might be just the splash of weirdness this look needs. Something to kind of connect to the green and the purple. Wow, I love it. I love it. It's eerie and spooky and so, so cool. This is just a tiny brush from Glaminatrix, by the way, that I'm using to just pop in this inner corner. I think that little green, just that teeny little hint of it, just added so much. This is such a just dark, kind of dusty, dingy Halloween look. Like almost as if you found me in a haunted attic or something. I've just been sitting for a while. Okay, threw on my lashes. These are my final pair of bright lashes. I'm so sad, but these are the Bright Lashes Flutter Lashes. And then my eye pencil I went with is Trick or Treat from the old ColourPop and Hocus Pocus collection. I just wanted to go with that metallic purple. But I'm just loving this dusty, muted Halloween vibe. I think it's such a perfect combo. And then for lips, I kind of wanted a dark, dingier orange. I just thought that was the move. So I'm gonna start with Doom Pencil from Unearthly. I figured a brown pencil would be the best start, so I'm just gonna line and lightly fill in. Kind of filled that on the majority of my lips and just kind of tapped my finger to blend it in. And I was thinking Ginger Liquid Lip from Melt would be a good pick because it's kind of like a muted orangey shade. Yes, that's exactly what I wanted. Just taking a little bit of that and then I'm gonna tap it with my finger to just kind of blend it in with the pencil. I think this was the perfect move, that like brown, muted orange combo. I love that for this. I love that for this. Thank you so much for watching. I had such a great time. I just love this look. I think it's just the most perfect muted Halloween vibe. It's very soft. It's not in your face. So if you're someone who maybe wants to do like a Halloween look, but you need it to be toned down for whatever reason, this could be an option. I mean, maybe this isn't toned down for you, but for me, this is very toned down. It's very muted. It's not super bright. I love this. But I would love to hear your thoughts. What would you have done with these shades if you randomly generated these shades? Feel free to do your own palette bingo if you have all three of these palettes or any of these palettes, or just any palette in your collection at all. A palette bingo can be a really fun way to inspire some creativity, maybe get you to play with things in ways you weren't expecting to. If you made it to the end of this video, leave some random emojis, emoji bingo style. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Helps my channel out a lot. If you're not already, you can follow me over on Instagram and TikTok. I'm BATTYBEAN over there. And you can also subscribe if you want to see more videos. You're also welcome to hop over to my second channel linked in my description box if you want additional content. And also in my description box is a link to my channel memberships. There's a couple different tiers with a couple different perks, and I would love to have you. If you enjoyed this video and want to keep watching, I'll pop a similar one on the screen. Thank you so much for being here, and I will catch you in the next one.